Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome you to a new episode of the Did You Know series. This episode will be featuring Nautilus, so please do not forget to throw in a like if you end up enjoying this video. But without further ado, let us go into his abilities. Nautilus's passive deals bonus damage on top of the root, and this bonus damage works with on-hit effects unlike most other abilities, working with lifesteal and critical strike. If Nautilus's passive is used on someone like Pantheon when he's blocking, Fiora when she's parrying, Jax while he's dodging, or Teemo while he's blinded you, it will apply the root but not the damage. A neat thing with his Q is if you issue movement orders in about the same direction prior to actually using his Q, once the Q animation is done, it will auto continue walking you to wherever you right clicked prior to the Q, so that you don't have to click there again. Nautilus's Q will be blocked by something like Wind Wall from Yasuo, but it will ignore other things like Jarvan's ultimate's walls or Anivia's wall. If the target of your Q ability dies from the Q itself, Nautilus will treat them as an obstacle, not a champion, meaning that he will pull himself all the way to their location rather than pull each other halfway. Spell Shield will block Nautilus's passive snare only, not the damage, and also it will block his Q, his W ability, his E but only one tick of it, and his ultimate. Unlike his passive, the bonus damage from his W will not work with things like critical strike, and his W does give him a new auto attack animation while it's active. If Nautilus with a W active attacks a blocking Pantheon, parrying Fiora, blinding Teemo, or dodging Jax, it will apply the dot damage. Even though outrunning Nautilus's ultimate is nearly impossible, teleporting away with either the back animation or the teleport summoner spell will cause it to cancel and fizzle out. Alright guys, let us go into some cool facts and lore about Nautilus. Nautilus was designed by someone named Zyverus, who also made champions such as Fizz, Heimerdinger, Orianna, Riven, and more. The name Nautilus in the Greek language means sailor, which does relate to his lore. Apparently, a nautilus is a species of the cephalopod, in particular, the Nautilidae family, which is a squid species. He can also be derived from a book called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which Nautilus is the name of the submarine. And from this, Nautilus is the name of the first nuclear-powered submarine, the full name being the USS Nautilus SSN 571. A common resemblance made with Nautilus is with the Big Daddy from the BioShock series. And from this in his champion spotlight, Nautilus is showing off his skills with Annie, which can resemble the little sister from the BioShock series as well, who are the protectors of the Big Daddies. Another resemblance made is with the barrel chest robot from RuneScape. From this, let's go into his lore. At first, Nautilus was a sailor who was commissioned by the Institute to explore uncharted reaches of the Guardian Sea. One task led him and his crew where the blue water was replaced with the black, oozing liquid, and only Nautilus was brave enough to go in and explore. As he put on his diver suit and went over the ship's rail to go in the water, suddenly something grabbed him and began pulling him fiercely into the water. As he begged his crew for help, they let go of him in a terrified fashion, and as he was being dragged down, he grabbed the ship's anchor in a desperate attempt. When he awoke, he became what he is now, and after a long underwater walk, he came upon Bilgewater. He was unable to find the names of the crew who left him to die, so he ended up joining the League in hopes to discover and punish those who left him be. The black water from his lore might be referencing to the cartoon The Pirates of the Dark Water, where a world is being devoured by an evil substance known as Dark Water. In Nautilus's art spotlight, about halfway through the video, you can see a tab at the top of the Photoshop file that says Urgot Mech, which is likely the name back then for Battlecast Urgot. When Nautilus was released, he was actually labeled without having the tank tag, even though he clearly is a tank. This later was confirmed to be an error and fixed. If Nautilus stands idle long enough, he does the famous Captain Morgan pose. Abyssal Nautilus seems to resemble the Chaos Space Marines from the Warhammer 40k franchise, though this skin is mainly inspired from the book mentioned earlier, the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Apparently, the Chinese artwork for the subterranean Nautilus has a black rock shooter sitting in the back. Astro Nautilus was inspired from Madcom Go's artwork and has a theme with astronaut Timo. His rivals also include two of our favorite water champions, Fizz and Nami. Alright guys, that unfortunately does mark the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Nautilus. If you did end up enjoying this episode, don't forget to throw in a like and share it with your friends. You can also suggest a champion in the comment section underneath this video that you would like to see in the next episode, or any sweet theories you think I should go over. I'd also really much appreciate it if you guys would follow me on my Facebook and Twitter fan page, both Red Mercy LOL. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.